Hey guys, welcome back to Sipping Tea with Suzanne. I do want to apologize here every time you're doing something. Sometimes the devil tries to have his way, but let me tell you, this testimony is going to come out tonight. This show is going to happen tonight. So, welcome to another episode of Sipping Tea with Suzanne. I am still excited to be here with my fabulous guests. I don't think I can do the thing over, all right? So I am with Nadine, UD Cafe, Debbie, all the names. So it is another episode of Sipping Tea with Suzanne, and you know that Sipping Tea with Suzanne is a show that aims to highlight and spotlight local business owners, entrepreneurs, change makers, people who are doing the thing, all right? And my guest definitely qualifies as someone who's doing the thing, all right, and doing the thing quite fabulously, by the way, and looking fabulous while doing it. Before we get into the show, I do want to highlight our space sponsor, which is Life Garden Cafe. Life Garden Cafe, it's a cafe which is located at 1048 Main Street. It is phenomenal. They have, yeah, I love that she said a true story. Not a big story. This is not fake news. This is a true story. So they have great food, great ambiance, a beautiful space. They have phenomenal people. So you can come down to lunch, you can host a meeting, you can have a business lunch, a business meeting, you can host an event, a party, you know, whatever you're looking for, this is the space. So please come on down, support Life Garden Cafe, and just tell Jefferson and Marcella that Positively Suzanne sent you, okay? All right, so, and you want to know how you know it's a good cafe? Because the fabulous Miss I almost called you Monique. I just can't give her the name. She's Jamaican. She doesn't know how to name. So let's just get in here. It's Life Garden Cafe, but she's also the owner of Unique Cafe, which we're going to be announcing. Very exciting news for them. I am so happy for you. Upcoming the big launch. The big launch. Of many. Unique Cafe is opening in March. And she's going to reveal the location of the space later on in the show. I'm very, very excited. All right, welcome to the show.
Welcome. I'm glad
Yes, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're my like icon.
Thank you. You know what? You are too. You know what? I admire you. You inspire me. I love everything about you. I love your faith, first and foremost. Yes, and even before I knew you as Nadine, when I knew you as Debbie, back in the day, before we found those. When we used to, I said, go to the club. She looked amazing, just always looked amazing. So even before I knew your name, I knew your style.
I like that.
Even before I knew your name, I knew your style. So God's been with you all along. So, you know, as I mentioned, I'm inspired by you. I love your evolution. I love where you are. I know that you love where you are. And I know that it wasn't easy getting to where you are. But anything gained easily is easily lost. And the process that you went through to get to now, you are never going to let anything take that away.
Before they get to me, they have to go to Jesus.
If you're gonna drop names, drop Jesus. All right, okay. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what it took for you to become this person, this woman of faith, of confidence, and say, "Don't try Jesus."
So, God been calling me for a while. He gave me so many different signs, and I remember the first time that I really get it, I didn't understand it. The first time I get in an accident and literally see, the car flipping over. No, first it was spinning in the road on the highway, and then it took over behind it. And nothing to me, it was crazy, but I could see everything. I could see everything, I didn't pass over anything. So that's the first time I realized that, oh my God, I got something, and that is the day when I decided. And 10, 11 at the time, and she would say, mommy, what I'm gonna say, don't take it wrong, but maybe it's a reason why my father was wrong, because I get to know Jesus and so that for itself, like, wow, if she's a kid and see that. So it made that's what I saw, but for her to come to me and say, it mean a lot to me. That means she understands it, she's not bitter and she's not angry. So that is a big thing, because a little going on, there's no. So those are the things that I've been through to get me to being a Christian, to being a woman of faith. I saw what happened and I saw what God took me from. I saw the comfort that it gave me. The comfort that it gave me, no human being could give me. None. So because of that comfort that it gave me, he become an anchor. And because he become an anchor now, I asked him that there's bitterness in my heart. Teach me how to let go, teach me how to love, teach me how to receive love, and that's what my heart is.
That was deep. No, don't be. That's your story. I'm thinking about your daughter. I'm thinking about, you becoming a single parent, right there, and, having to raise your daughter and then your child saying that to you. And, how do you go there?
No, I embrace it, I know that she understands, that's the first part, now she's saying that. Give me the understanding that about that, because I don't explain that to her. But guess what? She explained it to me, and that it's okay because God is my father. So listen, that doesn't feel to push me, and I'm not the right person. And for her, it's not even probably bad. It's for her,
like you're supposed to be saying this, but for them to recognize it at that age and, and to go through that accident, to actually see that kind of go on and, to come through that, thinking about that, because, I think a lot of times two people go through the same situation and, one come out convinced there's a God and one who's not convinced there's not a God. So for you to go through that and to come back and really say, God, you're keeping me here. And you know what? Yeah, it's easy because, so my family says that, listen, I'm gonna offend someone, so freaking, I'm child of God, but since pleasure.
oh, that is not, excuse me, a tea.
I told you.
Anyways,
It is.
Yeah.
Is it not?
It's that's his job.
It is.
Sin job is to be pleasurable.
It is.
Because process job is pain. Sin is pleasurable, so you have to have a counter reaction, like, okay, I don't want to feel pain, I want to feel pleasure. So we can't, if sin was going to be painful, it's painful but in the end. It's painful but in the end. But for it to work, you'd have to counteract whatever this process is.
That is sweet.
It's sweet.
That is sweet.
So, cause why am I going to pay when I can do this?
Exactly,
You know, so
exactly.
what he said, it wasn't, it's doing his job.
No, you know, a lot of times we're going through sin and you know, and I'm not saying it's good, I'm saying it's pleasurable, because when you're going through sin and you're doing the things like you are fooled into thinking, this is what I want, this is, you know, I'm enjoying this, and you're laughing, and like you said, you do end up paying for it eternally, but at the time you don't know, because you're like, well, I can choose this or I can choose that, but the way off the wrong way is often the way that, you know, folks choose to go, so, Lord, I tell you, but I'm so happy that, you know, we're able to sit here and talk, and you know who God is, and I know who God is, and we're both drinking.
Yeah. He's saying that, yeah.
I'm very proud of the fact, because you know what though, I'm gonna rep for Jamaica all day long, and just, you know, the fact that you are a female CEO, entrepreneur, you know, being Jamaican, here, the country is not typically nice to us.
I know.
You have to hustle.
You have to hustle.
You have to hustle hard. It's a faith.
Yes, you have to hustle and you have to have faith, because you can't get anywhere without your faith. It doesn't matter where you think you're going. In the end, you will see that it's just like you're going.
Yeah.
But it's always be a barrier.
Yeah.
You're going, but
Yeah.
it's always be
Something.
something that will die to stop you.
And you talked about it earlier about like that counterbalance. I think there has to be something, because it's kind of like folks that win the lottery. I don't know if you even know this, the statistics, but folks that win the lottery end up being broke. Because it's like easy money. Although that guy that just won that $1.35 million, I'm just saying, if he wants to donate, I won't be mad at him. Hallelujah, pray over it. But I told Gavin, but I'm just saying, if you win and want to donate, I will pray on it. Yes, but oftentimes the thing that comes easy to us don't last, because we didn't have to work for it. We didn't have to go through a process to get it. And you know, I think coming from the island, it's just different. First of all, the cola alone.
I know. Just to get up. No, think about it. Just to get up in the morning, and you know that in Jamaica it does. The heat wake you up.
Yes.
The cold keep you in the bed.
Oh my goodness. You gotta get up and then into the school, go shovel up the driveway, and come to the driveway, all that. That process, Lord, all right, so who's going through something similar, and you know, you came through on the other side. You're in the dark, and once like you open it.
Yeah, that's in the beginning, you don't realize, because if somebody lets you feel like they're without them, you cannot breathe, you're gonna believe it in the beginning, and you're gonna really, because I don't know how to put it for me. Let me put it for me. Okay, in the beginning, it was like, oh, love me, you know, like, because it never come like today. It's the small little pieces, the small little pieces, and it accumulate and it become big. If you don't stop it, it grows. It's like you're building, you know, those little blocks you're building. So if you don't stop it, if you don't stop it, you have to come to a point. You have to see it and know what first of all, when for a relationship, you have to know who you are and know what you want. If you don't know that, it's gonna play against you. So that's the thing. The smallest version is that. Going into a relationship, you have to know where you want, who you are, and what do you want in the relationship. Okay, you're in the relationship and you never think that. You're gonna see the signs. What signs make you feel some kind of way? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though in the end he hugged you, But do you feel fear inside of you? Cause these are the little signs
Yeah.
gonna be. When you hear it coming, do you like, oh God, is everything
Sure.
okay? Like, yeah, do the teapot on the stove the right way and stuff like that. Those are little signs. Where you think that, oh, my husband don't like when I go out too late, you know, in not giving the hours at 5 o'clock, those are signs. Those are the little red flags. One thing my pastor said is that don't accumulate the red flag when you're dating. Once you see the red flag, you're not playing soccer. Once you see the flag to run.
Okay. That is a new way of putting it. But it's a good way of putting it.
Shout out to my pastor. He said it.
All right, shout out to the pastor. No, but
Yes.
for real though, because you think about it, like, you know, the little red flags, you know, this is while you're dating. And let me tell you something, y'all youngins. I can say that now because I'm old enough. Marriage doesn't change a man.
No, no.
Marriage doesn't change a man. So if you're dating and you're like, okay, well, once we get married, it's gonna change. It is not. It's actually gonna get
Worse. Cause he have control now. He have his speaker on you. You don't sign the paper.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
so, that's one thing that I can tell people that nothing is not cute. If you feel scared.
Yeah.
Nothing is not cute after every slap you take your shot. Oh no, it is not cute.
No.
Well, no one, it's not like, one of the thing with me, the sign was there. I used to get to tell you, but they don't understand. That's what I'm saying. They don't understand.
Yeah.
They don't understand. So for the young people that don't like to listen, we do understand, and some of us been through it.
Yeah.
And get out on the other side, but some people didn't.
Amen. I'm glad. I'm glad. I am glad you got to the other side. Because we know that ain't nothing or no one gonna bring you back to that side.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm good.
Okay, we've been there, done that way, we'll do that no more,
I know
no,
the
but,
side.
you know.
No.
But you know what it is though, for you to get to this point that you're gonna talk about it? Because I know what you're saying right now is going to bless somebody that's listening. And I think a lot of times we go through this and we're like, you know, it gives us a testimony, right? And you're like, okay, God, you don't have to give me that testimony yet.
I know. Like, serious.
But there is a reason. Like, there is a reason because somebody's listening and watching right now, and somebody who's looking at you and admiring you and saying, oh my God, I didn't know that part of her story, but the fact that she can go through and come up that looking like this and driving like this, it's gonna inspire me to go after it, you know, and do it because I think, you know, one of the things you talked about was when you enter into a relationship, you have to know yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then somebody's gonna tell you who you are, you know, and that is so dangerous.
Well, very dangerous.
It's so dangerous when somebody tells you who you are because they can create any version that they want.
Yeah, and that's what I've been through.
Yeah, and the version that they're gonna create is never gonna be.
It's never been
God wants.
but maybe a fracture, maybe a. Yeah.
But you know, it's like the version is never the version that you truly are. And I say this all the time to folks, like know yourself, even with the things that we're doing. And I'll say this to folks when I'm coaching them or when I'm speaking at any event, you know, a lot of people are seeking fame and nothing wrong with that. But I say, learn to like yourself. Learn to know who you are first, because getting popular and getting famous, and if you don't know who you are, then folks are going to tell you who you are, and then if they disagree or they say they don't like who you are, you can change all these things, and then you know you're going to become unhealthy, unhappy, depressed, and unfortunately sometimes you harm yourself because you know you're living your life to please others. I would say God, then you, and then everybody else forgets all right. God, then you.
Hit the nail on that.
And you know, and that's it. But I'm so glad to see you, like you said, you know, earlier. You know, like going through that fire.
Yeah.
It purifies.
Yes, it ran away what? bad and then it purifies.
Exactly. And we can't get a purification without fire.
You can.
We want it though. We want it though.
I trust me. A lot of times I will say like, listen, I don't need this. Make sure that I have to go through this, like, make sure.
Yeah.
It's necessary, very necessary.
It is the process, like, you know, you have to go through something to get to the other side. I'm not saying no matter what, gonna submit stuff like this to get to this, you know, I already have it, don't go after it, don't search after it, but if you're going through the process, or if you've gone through the process, be proud of what you've done, what you've come through, give thanks to God, and, you know, when you're ready to talk about it, and help somebody, and bless somebody, and don't like, what they said, don't let anybody else bring you back over there, because God brought you out for a reason. Yes. So, very happy with the fashion diva that I see. I love it. So let's talk about your passion for cooking.
Oh.
Yes. When did this start?
Oh, it started from, cooking started from, I started cooking when I was 9. My passion started by watching my father cook. My mom cooks, but my dad cooked more.
Okay.
So that's where my passion comes from.
Okay.
It comes from watching him that when he cooks, the neighbor will just come and have some stories with him.
Yeah.
The neighbor will just come and when you want to hear a story, start cooking.
Yes.
I mean, I'm telling you,
Yes.
the neighbor will come and then the unity that the food brought.
Yes.
So I saw that unity and I said, this is what I want to do. I want people to laugh, I want people to just compete and just enjoy themselves. I don't mind, this is me. You know what I'm saying? So that is why I cook. That is why I started to cook, and that is why I continue.
Oh, I love it. You know, food's such a central part of the Black House.
Yes.
And you mentioned in Jamaica, you know, like my father used to have pot school, right? My mom's a great cook.
Yeah,
And but you know that, and then you know, you're right, it gathers the whole neighborhood, everybody come, they share a story, and before you know it, this one big cook-off.
Yeah.
It's like, you have to find cook-off just happened.
Yeah. Like once you just want to smell the aroma of food brought people together.
Yeah.
And then after that, it just becomes one big cookout.
Do you notice now though, like the aroma of food is not the same as it was? I know some of the chemicals just suck it out because like when you cook food to make smell the food all the way down the street.
And you follow, you know, follow the aroma.
And they just go and get the food, yeah.
Yeah.
So you started cooking at 9. So you hear though, how do we? Because I mean, I found out like apparently a lot of Jamaicans we start cooking early because you know, especially if you're the oldest, you end up taking care of the younger one. You're the baby, really? Oh, and no cable, huh?
I feel the food.
I thought my parents had a lot with me, but Lord, I was just like, that's a lot. I messed with my mom too, like, okay.
Me too. I ask her all the time. I say, "Okay, I'm glad that you have me because I'm the baby."
Oh, yeah.
On the other hand,
Yeah.
What were you
Like, calm down, mama.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you, because you're the last one, so
Yeah.
absolutely no, that continue, but yeah. So how do you translate from loving to cook to having a cafe? And how did we come up with the name of the cafe?
Okay, so that's my dream. It's always been my dream to have a cafe and transit to upscale restaurants. Yeah. So that's nice.
I got the dress ready, girl.
So that's always been my dream. But having kids early, I have my kids early. Might be a stay-at-home mom. But still cooking, and the more I cook, the more I get better. And I know that one day, you know, I think something in my head, one day I'm gonna have just a little, just a little thing and stuff like that. But So happens when on this page,
Yeah.
it was the shocking part, because it's not like, I put it away,
Yeah.
but now I'm seeing I love interior decorating, so I said, okay, I'm just gonna leave cooking and do that, but guess what, I love to spend money, so when somebody want money and they pick it up, I love to buy good stuff, so let's do that and do for people. So my mind was going to that side, but God is his wisdom. God is his wisdom, because I always tell people that God give you a gift. But after you give you a gift and you see that you're gonna use the gift, you anoint that gift, and when that gift anointed, that's when you have no choice but to use it. So that's what God did. You see that he's something in my heart that I really want to do that. I mean, that's my mystical. So this time is for God.
It's that, and you can do other things.
Yes.
Do it well.
Yeah, I'm good. Yes.
And but there is one particular point, like you said, when you anoint that gift, it's time for you to step into that gift. You know, I'm just saying, be able to release something great. I'm excited. I'm just, that is good, you know? We talked about this earlier. I've had a great career in leadership for years. Many different roles, many different fancy titles, many different perks, many traveling all over the country doing this and doing that, and decided it was time to bring my passion. And what I love about what I do in terms of like the coaching or the consulting or this and chatting with people, I don't have to hide any part of who I am. I don't have to, and I never did, but there is certain setting where it's not that cool to talk about Jesus. And I'm just like, I'm always talking about Jesus. So, you know, kind of get that out.
But you see, for me, all I look at it is like, when somebody do something for you, you talk about it. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I couldn't be here without I know where I'm coming from. I know the stuff that I've been through. I know I couldn't get out of times. And once I give my life away, you have to talk about it and let someone know that there's so many misconstructions I thought of what people think of Jesus. For me, when I get a chance, I'm gonna talk about him because he's my everything.
Yeah.
Not my life.
You have to feel the truth because you're right. There's a lot of different versions of who Christ is, and that's the you're following Jesus.
Yeah.
And I know that his salvation is love all the way. All the way around.
And that's why when you come to my cafe, you see, when we used to be over 7 to 9 members, every time people come, I didn't have to tell them, they felt it. They felt what was inside of me.
Yeah.
They felt it. I didn't have to show them or let them know that I'm a Christian, but they felt the love.
They felt Christ.
They felt Christ. They felt it, and then they asked. And when they asked, once they asked me, Christian, I'm going to answer you. So,
And I love that. I love that. So get back to things you need Kathy. I don't get how was that name.
so when I was younger, my mom gave me that name. So I when I was young, I didn't like to eat burger. I like to eat. I like to eat fruit and vegetables. I like to eat. I drink juice. That's why I do juice and stuff like that. So my lifestyle was that. So she always said Miss Uni. When she called me, she still said Miss Uni.
Okay.
So because she called me Miss Uni, I always call myself Miss Uni.
Okay.
People don't call me that. I always call myself Miss Uni. So when I get the chance to have a business, that's the reason why I name it, because I'm unique. And how I eat, how I look, how I carry myself, it doesn't unique. So because of that, why not?
I love it. I love it. Okay. All right. So you had a patient previously. You mentioned it earlier, and you're not there now. So what has that process been like? From trying to, you know, having a dream, stepping back from the dream, thinking of doing something else, and then God reignites this passion inside of you?
So let me say 1, 2, 3 now. I did a step back.
Okay.
You get pulled.
Pulled. Okay.
Yeah. And when you get pulled,
Mhm.
I question all kind of things. You give me time to question, you give me time to rebuild, and you give me time to create a new relationship and new revenue.
Mhm.
So now I added catering, and if I didn't step back, as I said, when bad things happen to me, I look at the good in it, and that's one thing I look in. I saw the good that in it, and I used that little seed of good and made me be what I am now, in the sense of catering, in the sense of speaking. I do a lot of speaking, I do a lot of finance, I do a lot of things, and I find
Yeah.
the cafe, I couldn't do that.
Mhm.
So that 1 year that I didn't have the cafe, God again in his wisdom was creating a revenue that I didn't even understand.
Yeah.
Another quote that my pastor said again, it's okay to understand what you don't understand.
Okay.
So I didn't understand it, but I was okay with not understanding, knowing that if God bring me there, I take it down. What I was trying to figure out, I was trying to understand that, why am I giving this and just take it from me?
Mhm.
You know, like, did I do anything wrong? Like, okay, God, show me what I did, I will repent, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm stuck on that for a minute. But after I prayed and everything, and I said, oh, no, God know what he's doing, let me leave him to do what he's doing, and I just accept that and then do what I need to do. Get myself up and keep moving.
Mhm.
So that what happened, in that piece of time, I get myself up and keep moving. Looking for a space in Worcester, it's hard to get a space. Again, God, and I'm not just saying it because you know me, everywhere I go, I talk about God.
You do. That's something that. Is that right?
So, meanwhile, I'm doing all of that, God preparing a place for me, the place was prepared waiting for me.
Mm.
But I have to get out of my head
Mhm.
and get to work.
Mm.
So while I'm working, that's when everything just unfolds.
He's working.
Yeah, and then when it was time for him to unfold it, he unfolded to me.
Okay, I love that. Going back to what you said a little bit earlier, about like you did step back, you were full. I'm glad that you were able to find the good in that, because a lot of times when something doesn't work out in our favor, we see it as failure and we allow it to, and we're human beings, we allow it to kind of define where we are in the growth. I failed, I can't go any further, and I'm done, I'm over, and just give up. But for you to be able to say, okay, why? I mean, yeah, of course you question it when it's happening, right?
Yes.
Like, why God, why this, and why that? Because we had a shop and we had a business and we had posted it and all of that. And of course you question, like, did I do something wrong? Did I mess up? But God was preparing you for something bigger, like bigger. He does that sometimes. I don't understand. We ever think it's small sometimes, and his dream is so much bigger. Because every situation that I've been in my life, and then like when I failed at something, he's come with something bigger. I remember once I tried to speak at a conference, it was a small conference, and they did not. Oh, okay. Like disappointed. And then there was this much bigger conference that came up that I wanted to apply for. But I was going to use the momentum from the smaller conference to apply to the bigger conference and said, hey, I spoke at this conference. But then they denied me, it kind of messed up my plans. I almost did apply. And then I did.
Yes.
And I got accepted to the bigger conference, even without the smaller conference on my.
Sometimes we think we need people where we don't need. Yeah.
And God was saying that was too small for you. I needed you on a bigger stage. But at the time, I mean, in the moments that it happened, I was seen as a.
Yeah.
So it's like immediately you don't see it, but you do have to search for that good in it but that does take faith, like, God, what are you trying to teach me? And be open to receiving it.
That's a word, be open.
Be open.
We don't like to be open, we
No,
always like
because we have our will and we want it our way, and, because we're used to being in charge, right? And, but I do believe that it's difficult in Worcester right now to find commercial space, especially after the ballpark and some of the prices, because I do lending, so I'm a mortgage loan officer. So I see, I'm looking at spaces for folks and, clients and stuff like that. And the price is astronomical. I was like, holy cow, like, how is a normal small business owner going to be even fathom this? So I'm so happy that, see, no, we have time. I am so happy that God was preparing this space for you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so on this entrepreneurial journey, like, what advice would you give to folks that, are thinking of starting a business and, to say, what would you say to them?
I would tell them that, first of all, be honest to yourself, be bold. If you're gonna do it, just do it 100%, and then get a lot of mentor. Shout out to people. I shout out to Mr. Sean at the Kuda. He is a great mentor. Yeah, he is the one that helped me in the business world. I have a lot of mentors. I have business mentors. I have spiritual mentors. My pastor, two pastors, they mentor me in the spiritual world, and then Mr. Sean mentored me before I know people. That's wonderful. And I have to tell you that and you know this, I'm telling whoever listening, being an entrepreneur is it's a wave, and you have to learn to surf, so you can be on the wave. Because today you're gonna be up and tomorrow you're gonna be down. And there's a lot of crying you're gonna cry. But I think that after crying is watering your seed.
Okay.
So everything I try to take be positive in everything I do, because you have to push yourself, because no one is gonna push you. Until you reach on the top, they will try and push you. If you push you down, if you don't stop. Jesus.
Stop.
Seriously. So it's a lot of crying. It's a lot of sacrifice. And I'm not talking about sacrificing money. I'm talking about sacrifice sleep. I'm talking about sacrifice relationship, not just with a man, but with friends, not just with friends, with the children, with like associates. There's sacrifice. There's a lot of hard decisions that you have to make. So before you go to that stage, you have to be ready. So this is what I want, and this is what come I want, this is what. So it's a decision that you have to make.
Yeah. I agree. No, I agree. It's a lot of work. And I do shout for Eva I have Nadine on. She is phenomenal. Nadine outside. If you don't know her, find out who she is. Check out Eva I know that there's a couple of alums from the program that I'm a mentor for Eva.
Yes.
A couple of alums. So I do love the fact that we talk about mentors. Having someone who has a been through it or has some expertise in that area. Because we should be in a constant state of learning, especially as an entrepreneur. Because somebody knows something. And you need to know that something. So be receptive to listening, be receptive to learning, be receptive to correction. You
have to have an open mind of learning. If you pray for the grace, God given the art of a learner. So you can continue to learn, because you're gonna hear a lot of people, they're not telling you what to do, but people, you know your vision.
Yes.
Don't let no one change your vision. But there is goals to get to that vision. You
Yeah.
change the goal, but you don't change the vision.
Exactly.
So always open to suggestion.
Yeah. No, you don't know everything. And believe me, I have some big, big visions. Lord help me. And we're never gonna stop, right? But I think, you're right, you said don't change the vision, but sometimes, somebody who knows a little bit more than you can help you see that, okay. You can achieve this vision if you change the goal a little, or you were trying to go there, but maybe the goal there, because it's a lot of like paths that you can take, and you don't know all of it, and that's, you're learning. And it does come in waves, because I had moments where I'm okay, and then the moments when I'm there, I've done events for free as a speaker, transitioning away from that now.
I can see that already. Now should be true.
Yes, I'm a black girl, not ready to read. So, but I've had events that I paid, to do it. I've done vendor events where I don't even make my table feedback.
Trust me, I know.
Yes, and then I've had events where the table fee was small, like, and I blew that out of the water. So it's like, you never know, and until, there are certain things you can really determine, but you really can't predict something. And until you actually do it, you won't know. I did an event, it was a free event, and it was one of my best performing events. And I didn't expect a thing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is really not the crowd, but let me do it anyway, whatever. Yes, it was like a short event, and I was just like, I didn't even bring all the merchandise, and that was the thing that I didn't even put in the most effort in. And that was one of my most successful monetarily. And the one that I did put a lot of effort in and pay a lot of money to be a part of it wasn't my most successful monetarily. So
you learned though.
I learned. Girl, I've been learning.
So you paid to learn. You paid.
I didn't make that on me to learn that much. This year I'm hoping I don't learn that much. I want to learn maybe a little less.
So that one it was paid to.
It was, but it was an experience, but like I needed to experience it because now I know. Like now I know, and we talked about sacrifice, which I think is so important, because it's not only a relationship with a partner or a significant other or kids, or it's just every relationship in your life is impacted when you're interpreting it. And like sometimes people don't understand that. They say, oh, you never have time for this, and I think it's important that you work on these relationships. But Sandra Rhimes, I don't know if you watch TV, but she did. She does Grace Anatomy, and all of that. But she said something once, like every successful area of her life, something else had to suffer. So like she's a successful, writer and all of this, and producer and executive producer and all of that. But she's like, if she's there, like writing a script or at a premiere, then she's not with her kids. Like, so, but if she's with her kids, being the mommy, being at the concert, she's not there writing that, that script. So it's like, you have to get into it. You can't have it all the time. Perfect. All the time. But I think you have to be strategic. Have a goal, have a vision, work towards it. And I truly believe that if you're working towards it and you're not seeing any traction, like you said, I believe get mentors, do something differently, to see what it is that you're trying to do. And if it's not, then change how you're doing it to get the right results, because you cannot keep trying to do something and not get any results at all. No result. Too. It does. It's not people like to get it, because I haven't achieved my full vision, but I see results.
Exactly.
Like
that's the thing. The little win, but I like the post that you put. The little win.
Yeah.
We always think about 1 minute. It's like, okay, I need to get to there.
Yeah.
No, it's just not a one. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Okay. That one I'm still learning.
We have to learn. Well, you need to mention the post. You achieved this, okay. You're like, yes, I did this. Like I got a restaurant. Yeah. And I mentioned like franchises. That's coming.
Oh, in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name, it's coming. But enjoy the, like, don't be thinking about that at the grand opening.
Yes, like, okay, hurry up, cause I have to go right. Yeah.
Like, just right up that. Yeah, so,
I'm
no.
learning to do that, like, okay, first of all, I learned that when I get the space, I said, okay, and I'm dancing and giving God the glory. Oh, yes, I guess it's like, okay. Like, God, you know what you was doing, like, rock it down. Yes,
he does so. But yeah, no, enjoy the moment. It's something that I had to learn. And a lot of my quotes is something that I've learned over the years, staying in the moment, because I'm always like, okay, I want to, but we have to stay. Because we don't want to miss it.
Take 5, nothing.
Yes, listen. Don't think so much in the moment that you miss the whole party. I do. So, okay. I mean, and I also take moments for self-care.
Yeah.
So,
I love that.
Listen, y'all know about my tea party. So how my tea party turned into, a business, right? And I'll be announcing the dates for the tea party soon. But it was like the other night. I was working so hard. I was so busy. And like, I was like, I go to the bathroom to have a shower. And I'm like, okay, I have no time for self-care or anything. So this is what I did. I shut the lights off. I lit a candle. I played some music and I showered in the dark. Yeah. I did.
Listen, just have a moment with yourself.
I did. I mean,
you have to.
And luckily the kids didn't come in. That was all.
What are you doing?
Because the whole time I'm thinking they're gonna come and it's like, why are you in the dark?
What is this?
But it was good. It was like a good 30 minutes. Like I just stood there under the shower, just listened to music, the candles, and it was just like, And it's those moments. And I think sometimes we think that we have to have the big moments. Don't mind me. I want the big moments. Take it about. Take me to Switzerland. Take me to Greece.
You don't have to mention it. Be ready.
I am. So don't be afraid to give us the big moments. But we also appreciate the small moments, like a cup of tea and
my children know.
Yeah.
Oh, I have 4 children anyway.
Yeah.
My children know that. When Kiran, Kayan, Kishan, Kalia.
Okay.
4K.
Thank God you have 4. Thank God it's 4Ks, not 3.
I'm telling you, they keep asking me, why your name was K? I said, I start and I couldn't start because I didn't want you guys to say, why didn't I name it?
Okay.
So we have to continue the trend.
I get it. I have asked, and my kids have asked. I tried to get Paul to change his name from Paul to Paul.
Well, enough to go to the road to that.
So somebody was like, this pastor friend of ours was like, nah, you don't want a song. Stay with Paul. I was like, okay, fine. Oh my God. Okay, so 4 kids. We digress. 4 kids. K. All right. So how do you find time for you?
Oh, they know when I used to work, my children know that when I come, I give them food and everything, and then I need my hour. And it's not just, I tell someone that and I say, what do you want to do, unwind? And I say, it's not just unwinding, because sometimes you're busy, you don't get time with God. And one of the things with me, I just love to have quiet time with God to see what He's saying, because God is a father. He can be a lover, he can be a friend, he can be anything. So whatever I'm going through that time, I just want that part of Him in that moment. Yes. To have an intimate time with Him. So I just like to take an hour and just relax, listen to worship, and just be there. I love that.
I love that. It's such a calm comes over you. It brings clarity. It really does bring a lot of clarity. And like just the day you go through it, it's like, no. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's what you do to unwind. Right. So when is the grand opening?
So the grand opening is the first week of March.
Okay.
The first week of March. The first I think is this Friday or something. My daughter has all of the information.
Okay.
She's the manager. She's not here the
Yes.
That's the one. And you want to hear the location now?
All right. So are you guys ready? All right. So the first week of March. March, we are opening Uni Cafe, so turn it up. All right, what's the location?
The location is 322 Cambridge Street, the old 101 Diner.
Yeah!
Oh man.
What a blessing! I am so happy for you! Oh my God, girl. Oh my God, girl.
Yeah.
This was a long time.
Yes.
This was a long
That's
time.
what God do. It's not me. I do this nothing.
God
okay?
is good. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We are parking. If you know the 101,
Yes!
you know there is like a big super
Yes.
parking. So come ready summer to come sit outside and drink your virgin pina colada.
Yes.
Come outside and come ready to do what you're gonna do
Yes.
because we're gonna hook it up, right?
Yes.
We want you to have an experience, and so we're gonna
That's
let
the
you have
spot.
an experience.
That's the
Yeah,
spot.
that is the spot.
That's the spot. I love it. Oh my God. Bigger and better. Oh my God. What a blessing.
What a blessing.
What a blessing.
So when I talk about God, I don't just talk about God because I just want, He is the thing. You're missing. If you're not a Christian, just yeah.
Wow.
We can go through the prayer, you know.
That's a space, darling.
Yeah.
God, look at God.
Yeah.
Look at God.
Sure.
Look at God.
Yeah.
I am so happy for you.
Yeah.
Wow. I am so happy. Like, cause I had no idea. I had no idea where it was. Zero idea. And like, you know, I know she's been looking at so many suggestions.
Yes, so many.
You know, and so many people are then at some point, like I stop because I know
Yes.
sometimes you're going after something and go, like you just want to say, oh my God, leave me alone.
No, be honest.
It is the God's honest truth.
Sometimes that day you said, I don't want to think about it, and then somebody will say, oh.
Yeah. The one day.
The one day.
The one day that you finally have peace, that you're not thinking about where's the restaurant, someone say, oh, I just saw this space.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I was out there, pull me back in. All right. But yes, but God.
But God.
But God.
But God.
But God.
So, yeah.
Yes. I'm excited.
I am excited too, and you know,
Yes.
all I can tell people that,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
Believe, and I've been faith in God and never give up on Him, no matter if you don't hear Him.
Yeah.
Again, another quote from my pastor, I'm sorry.
That's not, girl.
I am not sorry.
Don't be sorry. Don't you ever apologize. No, sorry. I used to quote my pastor all the time. I haven't seen him in a while. So, not because I'm not going to church, it's because he closed the church. Some people y'all coming in. But yeah, I used to
quote me a member of Jesus one day.
I quote it, but go on.
Yeah.
What's the quote? Cause I'm so like that sweet woman. What? What say?
They say, trust God when you can trace Him.
Mm.
So that's what I did.
Okay.
And a lot of time they are always there to cheer me up, and you know, when you have a relationship with God,
Yeah.
God always has someone praying for you, even when you're not praying.
Mm.
And I always remember that. Because whenever things happen, God, listen, the Bible says, listen, come, and I will show you, right?
Yeah.
Jeremiah 33:3. See, come to me and I show you when you see. Go read the Bible. I know how to read. But
Yes.
when you trust God
Mm.
and you know that He got you,
Yeah.
you know that you know that you didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? For you to lose a loved one, for you to lose a business or anything. Trust God when you can't trace Him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did.
Okay.
He wasn't talking to me,
Mm-hmm.
but that don't mean I won't trust Him, because when you have a relationship, it's not every time you're talking. You get what I'm saying? So, and if even you're with children, you're single, even with your children, it's not every time you're gonna have this relationship and stuff like that.
Just everything out in the open and talking.
No, not all the time. But you trust them to do what you tell them to do,
Mm-hmm.
even when you're not telling them.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Why do you think you have that, to send them to college? You trust them that whatever I tell them, they're gonna put it in practice.
Yeah.
So they can't trace us, but we can trace them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The lessons are
The
still.
lessons are still there.
It's
So
so, yeah.
that's one thing I learned, with husband. I still go to him and say, I can't hear you. What are you telling me to do? Should I take this place and should I trust that you give you? I get so many offers of so many different places.
I'm sure.
But this was the right one, not because of the space, but because of this is the right one for me.
No, I love that. Like, I love that. I'm sure you did. And, you know, you talked about, you know, that year that you thought that year was, one, because based on, you know, closing the business, it's gonna look like it's gonna be a year or one, but it turned out to be a year of, you know, gain. Like, you gained so much.
So much, I gain relationship, I gain everything once. I gain so much. I needed it. In the end, I realized that I needed it, even when I didn't know that I needed it.
You needed it because, you know, it's like now everybody knows you need cafe, you know,
Get to go to events and stuff.
get to go to you're catering events for the chamber, that's a big deal. That's a big deal, you know, you're catering different events everywhere, there you are.
Yes.
You know, you're part of T-Raw, you're part of the food hub, you're a legacy, you're part of CWE.
Yes.
You know, you're going to like different events, you're speaking on panels.
Oh, yes,
I
I'm
mean,
part of the woman of color entrepreneur. I'm a part of that too.
Okay.
Yes, I am a part of that.
Okay, I was like, girl, there's so many things. I'm like, you know, but yeah, that's good. But you have that exposure. You're right. If you were in that kitchen cooking before, you wouldn't have had that exposure. But now that you're here, I mean, obviously there's lessons that you're going to take from the other one. And you know, these relationships that, you know, it's like, no, everybody and your mama wants to know when the restaurant's opening. So, you know.
No, you know, and you know.
No, you know there's parking, Lord.
Oh, there is parking.
Listen, if it's one thing I hate, is trying to find parking when I'm trying to find food. Because it's tough, because I'm like, listen, by the time you drive around, you're worried about a ticket, like, you're to park. So that's a big thing for me. So parking,
Not legally, no stone.
no stone unturned. That's right. I love it. So I'm happy for you. Oh. I feel like I have to dance.
I'm not
just watch shoulder. Okay, all right, cool. So I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so inspired by you. And I think that so many people are just going to be inspired by your story. So is there anyone, I mean, you mentioned Eat for All, you mentioned, you know, Food Hub, you mentioned your children. Is there anyone that you wanted to give a shout out to, want to give you an opportunity to, you know, just say something to the audience, to encourage?
So I want to give a shout out to Pastor Stephen and Lady Monica, my two pastors, and 25 Ice Cream Faith Fellowship International Ministry. And what can I say? All I can say is that don't give up on yourself. No matter what it looks, no matter who live your life, no matter how the journey look like, there's no end. Never give up on yourself. Because in the end, if you give up on yourself, everyone will give up on you. So that's my take.
All right, I love it. Well, I want to thank you for staying to being on the show. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being your authentic self. Thank you for being open and honest and sharing your story and your journey. I know that it's inspiring women everywhere. True story. Right? And you know, I just love that you were able to just share. It's not always easy, and to get to the person that we're trying to become, but it's worth it. Because when you get there, it's so much more valuable. And you know, you didn't get here by accident. You got here through faith. You got here through hard work. Moments of tears.
Many tears.
Many tears. But it's okay though. As you said it, not me, you were watering the seeds
Oh,
with the tears.
but
You said that.
Watering the seeds.
You said those tears
And
were
the
watering the
seeds is
seeds,
growing.
and the seeds is growing. And what a
Yes.
beautiful sight it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, yes. So honored that you were on the show. I'm really excited about what next. I'm already preparing for the first week of March, and I'm looking forward to just bigger, better, greater things. But we're gonna enjoy the moment.
Yes.
We're gonna enjoy the space.
When I want to move to the next. Oh, didn't you? I know. For now, we're gonna enjoy it.
So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Once again, thank you to my lovely, fabulous, beautiful, wonderful guest, for being on the show. We're just so excited for her success, and we can't wait to have her on an anniversary show to talk about 1 year after the graduation, where she is and what's happening. But until next time, this is Suzanne signing off. Bye, guys.